Sarah Platt tried to encourage Todd Grimshaw to talk about Theo Silverton in today's episode of Coronation Street, but things quickly took a turn for the worse. A few weeks earlier, George Shuttleworth gathered Sarah and Todd's other loved ones at the funeral parlor. During the meeting, he shared his belief that Theo might be abusing Todd. When Todd showed up shortly after, he rejected the accusations, insisting that Theo had never harmed him. In the days since, he has tried to prove his devotion to Theo by agreeing to relocate to Belfast. In today's installment, Sarah came across Christina Boyd at the cafe and was worried to hear she hadn't been in contact with Todd for some time. She then went to his flat and asked if she could come in. Todd knows that Theo disapproves of him spending time with people like George and Sarah, but he also genuinely wanted to see his friend. Standing by the video doorbell, he quietly signaled for Sarah to enter. While sharing tea together, Todd and Sarah initially enjoyed a warm and pleasant conversation. However, the atmosphere changed when Todd commented on the sugar content in a biscuit. Sarah pointed out that it didn't sound like him, and she was correct, as Theo's constant body shaming over the past year has altered Todd's attitude toward food and health. Todd quickly became defensive and then noticed Sarah examining his arms for any signs of bruising caused by Theo. Feeling uneasy, he asked her to leave, but they suddenly heard Theo approaching up the stairs. Sarah saw the fear wash over Todd and had no choice but to hide in the bedroom. Anxious, Todd lied to Theo, claiming he had spent hours mindlessly scrolling on his phone. Theo grew suspicious when he noticed 2 mugs on the counter, realizing Todd was hiding something. Sarah eventually stepped out of the bedroom, making the situation tense and uncomfortable. Theo insisted he didn't mind Sarah visiting Todd, acknowledging how important their friendship is. But Todd's uneasy expression suggested he feared what would happen once she left. As soon as the door shut behind Sarah, Theo confronted Todd about what he saw as a betrayal. Within moments, Todd was completely terrified and nervously asked Theo what he intended to do. In a chilling twist, Theo told Todd that he wouldn't do anything to him, at least not yet. Coronation Street viewers have been sharing a negative observation about Jodi Ramsey following her latest interaction with DS Lisa Swain. Her recent actions puzzled some fans of the ITV soap, as she seemed to single out Lisa as her newest focus. Fans of Coronation Street have expressed similar thoughts about Jodi after her confusing behavior in the long-running series. It's fair to say that audiences are still trying to figure out what the newcomer's true intentions are, especially after her arrival in Weatherfield earlier this year. She first appeared in January during Corrie's major crossover with Emmerdale, which was nicknamed Corriedale. Although she wasn't directly involved in the dramatic crash at the heart of the crossover, she was injured while fleeing through the woods. During her escape, she ran into a tree while being chased by DC Kit Green. Later in hospital, she unexpectedly crossed paths with her long-lost sister, Shona Platt, who had also been injured in the accident alongside her husband, David. After reconnecting with Shona, who initially seemed hesitant about letting her back into her life, Jodi has since settled in with the Platt family. She was invited to stay at number 8 Coronation Street and has made herself at home there. It also appears that she is trying to grow closer to David and possibly step into the life Shona has created on the cobbles. At the same time, Jodi has been behaving suspiciously around other residents of Weatherfield. Items such as a cutout of Bernie Winter's face from a wedding photo and a book belonging to Brian Packham have been found hidden in a box she keeps. Fans of the show have even likened this collection to a trophy box. More recently, her attention seems to have shifted toward the Connor Swain household, particularly DS Lisa Swain. After becoming a babysitter for Carla Connor's niece, Connie, Jodi has been spending more time at number 6. In Wednesday's April 8 episode, while left alone in the house, she began rummaging through Lisa's work folder. She took out Lisa's police badge and ID card before secretly putting them in her pocket. Later on, Lisa apologized to Jodi for snapping at her earlier over the coffee, blaming her mood on a difficult night. This apology appeared to make Jody reconsider her actions for a moment. She seemed tempted to return the badge from her bag, but ultimately chose not to. Instead, she kept it and left with it still in her possession. Her behavior left viewers confused, prompting many to take to social media to question her motives. One user, Mesosaurus Jess, wrote that they genuinely want to understand Jody's actions, questioning why she targets people who are only slightly unkind, why she seems intent on taking over Shona's life, and what her past involvement with Graham's van was. Coronation Street viewers were left confused after a scene featuring Ben Driscoll and Eva Price created an unexpected distraction. Fans of the ITV soap know the pair have been going through a difficult period, but their latest appearance together drew attention for a different reason. Audiences quickly took to social media, all pointing out the same detail that diverted their focus from the storyline. Regular viewers are aware that Ben and Eva's relationship has been under strain following the revelation involving Ben's son, Will. It came to light that Will had been groomed by his athletics coach, Megan Walsh. Megan later relocated to Weatherfield after Will refused to leave Hull when Ben purchased the Rover's return for Eva. However, Will's reluctance to move wasn't about his training, as it was revealed he was secretly involved with Megan. The situation escalated when the two slept together after he turned 16, and Megan later disclosed that she was pregnant. The truth about their relationship was finally uncovered last month, thanks to Sam Blakeman. Sam had figured out what was happening, but was being threatened by Megan to keep quiet. After ending up in hospital, he eventually told his stepmother Leanne Battersby and her sister Eva everything he knew. Despite this, Will has continued to support Megan's version of events. With Megan having terminated the pregnancy, there is no evidence for the police to take action against her. Amid the ongoing drama surrounding Will, Ben was dealt another shock this week involving his family. His mother, Maggie, admitted to having an affair and revealed that Alan, the man who raised him, is not his biological father. Instead, she disclosed that former Weatherfield resident Jim McDonald is his real father. This revelation means that Steve McDonald is actually Ben's half-brother. In Tuesday's April 7 episode, Ben was shown looking through old photographs of himself, Alan, and his younger brother Finley. He told Eva that Alan had been a wonderful father and had known the truth about his parentage. Eva tried to comfort him, reminding him that Alan would always be his dad, just as Ben is to her daughter Susie. The tension heightened when Maggie arrived, creating an extremely awkward atmosphere. However, instead of focusing on the emotional moment, viewers became distracted by the setting of the scene. The interaction took place in the rarely shown Rover's kitchen, which caught fans' attention. As a result, social media quickly filled with comments about the unexpected backdrop. Coronation Street continues to air on weeknights at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available to stream on ITVX.